Hey guys, I actually had some time and just wanted to put another kind of quick thought out for the day. Bear in mind any and all things that I put out there. I embrace the idea that everyone has an opinion and they know what they say about opinion. So take it for what it's worth. But you know, being kind of the old school mentality, kind of evolving and growing up into the world that we now know, which is very technology centric. I was listening to a Joe Rogan, David Lee Roth interview, and David Lee Roth actually said something which really struck true with me, and something I've been thinking about for a long time, and frankly something I do at least once a week, and that is to just simply unplug once a week. Just make a practice or a habit out of doing just that. And obviously, the benefits that unfold from there is, communication, more intimacy with your family. I mean, I find everywhere I go, everyone is looking down at their devices and frankly not immersing themselves in the now, in what's around them. And I find that kind of sad. Now, growing up and coming up through the ranks of, having to go to libraries and pull reference cards and do book reports and going through Encyclopedia Britannicas. I mean, the world we live in today is certainly richer and broader and much more interesting than it was once upon a time as far as technology is concerned. But with power, depth, and breadth comes a lot of risk and concerns. And what I'm talking about there is the power of disinformation. As you've heard me say in one of the last videos, I'm a big believer in this quasi Big Brother deep state. And if you really think about it, propaganda, disinformation is a powerful tool. And if we continue to embrace and go down that technology route, continue to plug into our social media, our devices, the idea around propaganda and just deep state, Big Brother manipulation of the mind, it's going to take control. And you see it today, where you have people that irrationally have beliefs, and there's really no substance behind it. They think they know something that they really truly don't know. And so you can kind of see it coming, this whole hive mentality. And I think as we move further and further and deeper into that rat hole, the deep state is beautiful at doing these baby steps, doing little things very subtly, moving the agenda in the direction they want it to go, and they do so in such a subtle and slight way that you don't even know it's happening. You may or may not have heard people talk about how the fact that this quasi deep state elitist group has patience. I mean, they'll go decades, if not hundreds of years, to move the ball to where they want it to be. So patience and having things happen now and immediately is not necessarily a priority to them. So look how easily some people are open to the idea of putting chips under their skin so that they don't have to pull out a wallet and pay for stuff. It's just, and the organizations or corporations know who they are just by simply walking in proximity, and they debit their accounts through these chips in their bodies. It won't be long before everybody will start doing that. So I guess with all of those concerns kind of embodied around what I'm saying, one thing I do try to do, and it's really hard. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's an easy thing to do, and I do it all the time, but at least once a week, just try to not get on social media, not turn your laptops on, not carry your phone with you, and just do what you did when you were kids. Do what you did when all this technology wasn't around. Find something to do. Go work in the yard, go sit in the swing outside, go walk around the block, go do something, but do so unplugged. If you can do that once a week, I frankly think that the zombie influence that a lot of this technology, I fear, is pulling over our eyes, you'll start to see things with a little bit more clarity. So just a challenge. This is a personal challenge to anybody out there. Once a week, find a way to unplug. And then once you do that, maybe get your loved ones, your family, your wife, your kids, see if you can get them to do kind of the same thing. It really bothers me to see my kids kind of carrying phones and headphones around with them everywhere they go. They can't not have themselves plugged into it. I don't want to be, self-righteous to the point of saying they should do it if I can't do it. So I'm trying to do that, make a practice of it, even if it's like on the weekends. Just unplug. So, without getting too deep and broad, I mean, that was kind of the point of what I wanted to put out there. Weekly challenge, 1 day a week, just try to unplug and embrace nature, embrace communication, embrace the environments you find yourself in as you're meandering around. Live in the now and just get away from technology before it's too late. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. Thanks.